After all my spending a year, but yeah, I'm a go be kept a belly, yeah, cause yeah, we reach a go no motor. I will share some 22 minutes after 9 over the weekend. In fact, a student of More Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST. I will see board, yes, I'm there. Hostel fees, class, they say they are more maswa over 100%, 94%. Identity and Dahini Ako School. Now you are a and I don't know if you can rent in one some much, my dear. But you better now for Ibrahim, a alumni. Financial accountant. Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Yanin Chichiko. Ibrahim, what do you mean come watching? Great, Bibi Abokwana pay. Bibi Abokwana. Yeah, nobody has it. Ibrahim, na dia na ekoso ewo Kumasi hostels a hodwa KNUST students eda.
Sorry, actually the current student. No.
Oh, we are current student, we are alumni.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. Oh, what level say?
Well, final year.
Okay, great. And a hostel I would done a private and I say a
with the private hostel.
Okay, and a private hostel. And the private hostel the cost how much charge you saying and as I say send on better much.
The omni say can you specifically recently as the prices no of hostels no. They be a cost but I don't know for the past 2 years no. Now cost like air cost no is just unimaginable. Too much.
Okay, so the way your question is just unimaginable. Me bacho last semester, currently semester ben am woman.
Your second semester.
Second semester. And the first semester no much more saying.
There be hostel fees no utiano for academic year.
Okay. Not just say academic year and so yeah.
Good. And that's like 8 months.
And much year for the academic year.
Jose.
Messi much year for the academic year, yes sir.
Yeah,
yes. And the Ebanese Musu see a tomb.
Next academic year, the price is number out. Oh, it's war as students know. This is the time. This is the time our year you're pensing. How do you call it? Secure hostel.
Jim FM.
It's Utia before they will be coffee. Oh, the
okay. But your hostel now, more no, how much you saying?
Hostel, the price is 3 in 1 day. This year, 3.
David Ibrahim.
Around 3,000.
Ibrahim, yeah, but try me, but your mommy found your case study because me know Nekasa. Currently, baby, I want how much you saying?
Okay, since you are currently Royal Gate. I think 3 in 1. 3,002. That was previous year. This year, 3,006.
But also this year, I say
3,006.
From 3,002 to 3,006. And no more bet for the next academic year. Now, say no more currently.
And now you for the next academic year. Hostel they say a 30 or more increase by around 500 Ghana cedis. Hostels typically have increased it by 1,000 Ghana cedis.
And reasons being no more for the increase.
In the first place, Obiani on communicate. Obetiana, yeah, the Abebo hostel name next academic year price is wrong. Because hostel manager no.
But your hostels in a way no. How many school management are young Fabi or Montem?
School management, how do you call it? An association of private hostels. And no, I think they started 2 years ago or 3 years ago. That was by 1,000% who revived it. So, school no, as an authority, no, ɛwɔ said you only operate, but after communicating with your dean of students, no, on my own say they are still private entities. Or one only or more. Oh, and see, or more at university, no, or more best city or more. But yen na analyzing critically. Yen say school no on campus hostels, and off campus hostels private entities. And off campus hostels no, or more hostel do school that's on campus, that's the gas hostel. Or the gauge or more prices. Within the past 3 years, changes in prices of gas hostel no, has moved from a distance of about 1,000 cities. That's within 3 years. Good. That's what off-campus hotels no. That's private entities no. Omode gauge almost omode no. So school no, in one way or the other has an influence.
Okay, and see, you can't say, but not just a momo dear and can't association dear na school no, and you're more young fan, yes, sir.
Like hostels no, joining associations no.
Yeah.
Some of them don't join.
Yes.
But the typically recognized ones no there. Almost joining. But still almost joining association no, almost joining. Almost two prizes no.
Me but currently omo joining association na omo ni school no relationship school management relationship at Adom 106.3 no omo so omo increase omo there
omo increase
by what margin?
Around the same margin. Obia senior hostels no omo joining association no. I think omo new ones have the omo bane home sales no. But typically the well known ones no omo ina joining omo so na 2 years.
Wow, and see, say new rates in the bus here, more not just a better than a rush because I was so secure. Yes, sir. I'm on for FIACH.
I'm on for yeah. The home say, Edrechi, Metese, University Relations Officer, any media house, Jim Commoner, or Kaze. Students know when I'm like that sort of stuff. But the reality on the ground is now hostel no, because the population of the school no, like it's increasing massively, and the school typically far home. It's now hostel no. We list state now when now then air approach now when secure. Obi will take you over. It is students this slow. Nippon of Yakra, Obi free tap crowd, they will be one, when you pet, Obi Tia, well, you sports no. Next year, that
Jim FM.
And your students more reacted to we me sure some more SRC a be more Maccabi Biatremo, and I'm going to down SRC.
There is this funny thing that they be happening. Like SRC aspirants, at the time I'm prep position, I'm current control. No, I'm putting come rent for being come. And to assure you that there is hope. On the bar, yes, wholesale price. But to be very honest, Obian doing and recently our SRC president. Obe policy or Twitter said before the president here Dwaso Nsem I'm for question and also Dwaso Nsem, but Obe president
Jim FM
who the reality and I can see populace consensus a senior man says reality and only sense ye doing this one as this thing ye change the Obe release communique akata chere you yeah,
Ibrahim Mpensenpensenmu and I say why and I know person here to drink come on.
Okay.
Right. For Ibrahim, current level 400 students who KNUST and then actually train Komono. Yeah, Bomo this year, Sabeka, Dr. Norris Bequin, no, and the public relations manager, the KNUST, Nafe, said you're more addressing issue now, my students. And about joining here, or your parents, we are sure say you are concerned with this particular one. Ubet me post to comment our Facebook and Afe Yakin Kai student, Ahodwa, Motier, especially the SRC. Take a decision based on who said about students in Obobatom. Uti Adom 106.3 FM. Dwaso Nsem Jumadi. Mede the question sempa. Otena nyumre me ginem the Lost Tavern reggae night. Me per reggae pa. The Lost Tavern for me chamo. Tomorrow night I'll be there. Solid. Yembe taking easy and relaxing kakra. Jumane ding. Well, my big of what's now say whilst waiting for Dr. Norris Bequin, public relations manager KNUST, you know. Yes, I can't any natural command. I mean my big of Akwaba. Miracle Dennis Abuaje, former MC Dennis Mwakwaba Bibi Abokode. Great. Yes, I check a cry. I'm in here. You crem.
Sir, your friend say, you was a chance to say to Tosana. I was the Ponosuno. Yeah, careful. Descent into a crowd because more no, in so quite no mercy dying. So,
once a people no soon word there and the
so a good got them. It is so to a farm.
People no soon word there.
Yes,
or invite to no Abe who say where they be about say ya.
Nancy, new joint be a bay cropon. Unya time and over.
But Chinami Jinemo the Lost Tavern or the Yeshemo.
Oh, Villadora Resort. A Hokran and Ramidai.
Really?
Come. Ewe Cropon. One of the nicest coziest places you can find.
No, but consultancy was Azimwe winning fairly into no about. And my winning fairly mobile so the Juma consultants got grow and one Jeff. Hey, Azemo, maybe I'm a weekend now say.
Weekend na me wakra ya me ko Kumasi Thursday and bam sabai.
Oh, okay.
Me ko ye program bi wo ho. Political program bi.
Okay.
Ti me sabai weekend we na me wa na ye nkitikiti bi na.
We go am for you muhuhu
na me sa obi sin so.
Now ye bibia bi. Oh, adey. Ya be be.
Weekend is na one to me and try beats kakra.
Okay.
Me area on mo pema sempenti ana o dwen to yam teto na me ko fodi nkomo na.
Okay.
Me hwese de o masetrem no mabrabo mu sitie. But you know no name ko bad. But nyame be ye.
Name ko bad mpoda mutimi nya kakra wiwi.
Oh, say nye and then Ebua or drink kakra no namfo mo hia mo dwendwem ho said o man no mo nso mabrabo mo betumi akoyie obo okro be mo futu o me business Ebua o wan obetumi aboaye say ni na bia nso o wachire ne so o fanity be but dwent tra no enye nsa no mo no loneliness no ne bebre into me on them part me say me pen loneliness minti tambia me lonely bia na me ra me penipem.
Oh, okay. Did there be a nipa wo?
Yes, tambia me pese nipa wo. Right. Me say me wo fie na me che dem a e bia na me ready.
Okay.
Di na me sua de kakra. Me da so repɛ.
O se o pie.
Ese me pie.
Okay.
Me ntena fie. More than 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Abra nipa ni me ho.
Okay.
Inti me namfofo no se first say na every weekend bi omo ho ofie. Ni anu aduane adi, edi nkomo, ni yi Sunday ni anu aduane adi ni edi. Inti Satan woni beti no na ade asa na woda. Ba se me nko am hye dem.
Yeah.
Once am wife nso ni ha.
Yeah.
Mani ha me nko am ne me makola am ne tie. Intimi ntena fi wana wampo am pia bonte enko ba bi nipa wo
ba me gidi se upie kwa bonte no so ye na bibia de din
ade menya bonte
seni o mu nyine ne he
me wo ku coffee sha ta ho se ya obi ani se kwa ye opia e asumdwe nko a
I was saying so 36 after 9 now Dennis Christian Okonfo Adosio chiao
oh minipa incoming
income
money.
For my Esojamai.
I think so. Kawomo Coco.
Bob vetting, no. I'm a short list, no. Wow. Now they say, "Oh, coin," and I'm signing the work.
Come to say, "Okosio."
Sir,
Now then is a Juma MPP.
No. Or to check was
oh, but Dennis.
Or fuck is even find
No, but Dennis, honestly, when Yashi, I'll be shocked because you are one intelligent, young guy, and the MPP. I think that they need to groom you well.
To their communication.
Oh yeah. Why honestly, why are
they? Deputies no 10 by ento omunka. Deputy communication of
that
and so apart from it,
Baby no kasi no pay, no kasi ko so.
Oh, ya preko last week of the far.
Me no kasi ko so FM. Oh, radio station.
I don't want to to you periphery. Oh, my deputies near 10.
Who's in pay? Any pay to me na better do. Propaganda.
I go buy my deputies yesterday 20.
Yeah, deputy too pay.
Oh.
Sir, Samena Akugan. And the other director of Mr. Kakra Samuel, Kakra Samuel, deputy to Boo.
Oh, Jenny said, oh, I don't count in a way with
Sunny Patri, what you want to go.
And I mean,
on way shoe statement. Now, yes, someone or 101 programs with maybe something.
Uncle Gandhi, your taba.
No, do baby, or no retirement.
No consultants in India. No, you saw bad by Monava. You go be the video, you baby. They are Muntu Galaxy. And they are not in a galaxy. Papa, you are not Bobby. Or bomb, man. Why are points ready? Bomb, man. Yeah, Dwaso. Then it's in fact, what's in command with Chichiwa KNUST? They say, Colano hostel fees a boy a deal. A costro. I said, I'm saying, you can't make you up. It's your phone now. Yeah. And maybe I'll check a crowd. Now, Jim F. Nananum. Yeah. And Chibiam say, I will call into your festivities. This year, Obia Munyambo Modon Mefaho. Oh, yeah, baba. Now, Yakoswas, they say, Asundri, and the entire ewo cup mine. Now, my son so each year, Mr. Kufu, Onaye Una of Villadora Resorts. You see, say, Yenya individual Ghanaian Omunya Kakra, Omutumi de Barber Bois, or Mino, and Puntu, and BBS Bomba Basso. Because I actually create a resort here with you, point. A befa unemployed youth in Kakra Maya Jumaho. Now, as I provide better facilities for one mobile weekend getaways in the air will be ponosono. In see, I think saying in a bebo business now will be, you know, a survive it. And so, Nisi, and a mobile weekend, and my friend. Now, me bookie Villadora Resort among. Now, as I'm probably say, sir, university hostel as even. I shall see a check. Maybe say me kaita my more legon. In fact, me call first year. No, that was the time of your day. No, second year, and on with the new policy in, out, in. It's all by investing first year near amount diadem. Second year, third year, they will copy biada. Now, final year was in aba. And no crampono. In Ukraine, to be because now rooms in this swap. And I remember very well when I went to University of Ghana first year, baby, I made a Canada simple. In fact, me have my registration year. Also, what by school? Normally, mobile sana register in groups. Yeah. You register you na me who baby amenko. I spent 4 days roaming University of Ghana. Me nenam keko. Without any plan. Me baby ada. Because that time na yet to say be a hostel in Ukraine ho. The mo sika do bet you hostel no problem. Because those were the time when now hostels no be pass and Trinity area hall
IPS side or Satan hostels no. Back of first car we handed you. And see, I remember very well one gentleman be Eric. I know Pebi. Now me that TV room.
Really?
TV room, I am that TV room 3 days.
Wow.
TV room 3 days. In terms of part, I could go Kufu house annex A. Missy from my TV room. I could share my time. Na me jam town no say no we jaw town na me say no say ada be able ko na me say first year me be ada me.
Wow.
And Eric farm and dem ko ni room J23 e we Kufu house. The hono me ko do hono as a pana den say fa nipa 4 no e wo outer room no. We say normally inner room ni for 1 na outer room na for 4. Na nipa e wo hodada e wo sa 4 room ni na e 9 omo odanim dada and Eric dem ko ka ho. Nti Eric nankasa ono ankasa wo picture de sa oda na ne picture na beda ne nchen.
Wow.
Iti me no na ese me da fam. Ti ko pay mattress bia ne kese we sese. Obobo ana iti say wallet. Nti ade sa wo no wo ye second picture wo. Nti wo ntumi nantem. Just a room for ni nyina da be 1 am 2 am as wo the mattress na beto wada. Wo da sa 1 am no so say wo nya ne be 4 and 5. And so be nyane because bu nyane omo beto atare omo ko dware ni ade wo da fam wo e for mo so ye da wo e be 4 as in a room, so a room that is supposed to pick 5 people no me time no that's a room no pick almost about 12 to 13 people into one tare will be bia show backpack because when your baby cry find the emphasis. But I remember say along the line no University of Ghana introduces our PPP arrangements, you know, private public partnership. And then the master Ivan the money, Bani hostel money, Jubilee money, the cake home by TF money at the by. And for me, I thought that the idea was very good because universities no one say. Can university will come and say who rush kunuma who lands be real. Yeah. Now since you advance in infrastructure, and see land kitu be crying, wait to me the city be funny per 1,000. I am still struggling to understand why still maybe there may be a genuine reason. Your universities, you know, and to me and release some of these lands and my private people and develop it. Because so called Legon made me feel say they have really done well. And I still see them doing more and I still think they should do more. Because time, no, not the only private, I remember very well, private hostel was Pentagon, which was for the Ghana hostels. Pentagon pay. But by the time I hear Kono, now Ivan Dimo, almost see Ivan Dimo, Bani Money, TF Money, and I say, the new ones here, Beba. Runabout, one in our private, you know, initiatives. I think say best service our problem here. Yeah. Investors no play a key role. Because private person on no way in fee. Will invest in the gate. That is unfunded dining. And they will always take advantage of the challenges that the students have. Because the kind University of UST4 almost statements, you know. Yeah. Almost more private hostels association. And they normally engage them to set the fees. That's a member. And your force is a member. Yeah. Me fee. Me fee about 2 kilometers away from the university. And a student about some rent. Now I'm saying minimum 10,000 Ghana cedis. Then I'll beat my heavy. So what you say? I think say the university should play a key role in improving on this accommodation infrastructure. And here's always our problem you once and for all. Because in every economy, no, say demand is high, excess supply now. These are the sort of things you get. No matter how you try, these are the sort of things you are going to have. It breaks my heart. Say ne on my way mu. Ghana need to make sure kola or school 21 years, 18 years. No say or the hostel dying. Ni fee students on 10,000 Ghana cedis. Na school fees you saying.
Yeah, some more.
What's it dying? Yeah, babe high dying. Near Trimako school. Also the G and 10,000 Ghana cedis. I saw one placard. Our students in the church say hostel be almost 10,000 Ghana cedis. Na school fees you saying. And these things affect even government's initiatives and government's efforts to remove poverty as a barrier to education. Because we know can say, Abai say, Sisiano, open your friend is saying student loan, you just need the Ghana card, which is a major barrier. Because I tell you what, maybe the student loan at University of Ghana. Student loan at University of Ghana, no. It take me the entire first year as a minion guarantor. Sometimes no here 2 or 3 guarantors. I said some more on Senate contributors. I struggled before I became a guarantor. Because that time no call obi guarantee more na say who use school na we dua you better feel the pension mu ne ade until nobody wanted to put their necks out and the next barrier and free home. It doesn't wholly solve the problem, but it's a big step. Eh betumi ama mobro bia to say me ambra be ko invest in so betumi akọje the friend is saying facility ni bi na say me kọje we betua me school fees na me ni baby da na say me free people is wo lata na ne me ko ba ya na me sign because every day from latte eba University of Ghana sa transportation and no point me o na kwaku boy mom fi Ashanti region your mom titi so Obalegon na say oni baby da ono no obeye de me po de say me fa na say bia 45 minutes but ono no fi chi na we bank cry no ono so obeye de enti I think that the university should do a lot when it comes to putting up some of these infrastructure na be ya hostels and so omomutie nkolai kasa nkolai protesting omunya badaye kakra because it is completely untenable. Say basis ben pa na wo dey 10,000 Ghana cedis per student in a 2-room accommodation. What is your basis? E dey enko 100 million. Dey enko it is say o pesa wo ji wo sika na wo dey see dining na at once ana. I just can't understand it. And you cannot do anything about it when it comes to who are we students no. Because when you baby da. Nti ebe wie no. What here? More bro be on the bar school when baby da no. Obviously akofie. And I'm sure a lot of the students are probably dropping out because of this situation. Yeah. Because we dying. And as Ambamino can say, it is a fact. Say that's who student on that TV room. Some of our investors.
And yeah.
We still have students on that TV room because obi wa home a quite of us or bad school no. Say o kase o catch na we hu baby o free pa na baby abedu na.
Edion.
Ube hu say ono no te ho no. The whole week no. Ebia they spending money can do 20 Ghana. The whole week they spending money can do 20 Ghana. Such a person will say would the hostel edge in 10,000 Ghana cedis. And usually people like that also no. Almost no money obi akrom kokko man samache no. Oni obi akro okada samache no. Into nem school ni mo hena enye ya. No akọ bibi akọ ede kofi akọ ede akọ bibi atena. We are appealing to these hostel owners. They should just let conscience prevail. They should just let conscience prevail. We know they say what the better university authorities because I mean to be very fair to them, this accommodation situation and now some age old. In fact, I think they be at the very last quality accommodation situation was probably solved maybe 95, 96.
But in this era of COVID, and your memoir, you know, that's a escalate. Say, do they expect the students to? I mean, it's
that's even compounds it. And look at the cry terrible. Worse. Your COVID in Bray will be a watching. Our what akosro kakra. You know. I think that there are 3 people involved in this, 3 stakeholders involved in this. Buying engage universities. Now, yempe kwa yebe faswa yebe expand accommodation infrastructure no. And then private hostel owners also aba. Omo hwenya minimum kakra.
Yeah.
Omo hwenya minimum kakra. Because I mean die nkwa anti muni abadaye. Nkole so nti wo no obi best school with your school fees 3,000. And the hostel wodin 10,000. How does it sit with you? And I think the NSA ABA you be to me any solution kakra to this situation. Now investors invited private investors. Me kind tech for statements. I saw somewhere someone say they're engaging. I think there are a lot of private investors who will be interested in these things. Yeah. They should give them the favorable conditions. So I just say the ultimate aim should be getting the structure up for the students to because in Kolani in this age of free senior high school, no, the number of students coming from the second cycle no more. And the investors need to be very, very, very creative in being ready and prepared. Because you have to think, because investors in need 90. In Kolano, so you have only says I didn't know, Sanoma will be in the mass artificial cutoff points in the back. Oh, I did yes, when you're 24 crowd qualified, maybe no grade 10 crown your school. It's not that Obana Bon want to go invest you, but the infrastructure no to support it no. It's not there, and I think that we need to up our game in that space.
Martin Dennis Medasi, Dennis Miracle Abuaje now turning Kano. I join here 8 minutes to the top of the hour, and then we any excuse. See a Becca say you custom duties, corporate income tax, withholding tax, value added tax. There be excuse behind him because EcoBank. Amana very very easy. EcoBank so bet me you see more digital channels ni nyina na ode atua. And the bacho we adwumako we am kran me bacho payment of taxes e ade ho hia pa. Use EcoBank mobile, EcoBank online, EcoBank Omni Plus, EcoBank Omni Lite. Ni nyina obetimi afaso e de atua. EcoBank digital channels no tua faso na nya very easy ma. So wo fie wo office okay mu kra obetimi atua ana oko EcoBank branch bia obetimi so any o ma twetwen come offer EcoBank toll free number 0800 003 225. Obetumi asende EcoBank email EcoBank omnisupport@ecobank.com. Na almost abeka no metumi respond ya ma EcoBank cares and to stay safe. EcoBank, the Pan African Bank. Good morning. Thank you.
Azamba.
With you.
I mean, Germany are going from Pong. Our Kaswa.
Jim FM.
Enterprise who do cars overhead, and that's how to any. Most and somebody so Fumbia or Pebia. When you go home, a cramaja back problem.
Watch it. The Biaoka.
Na Aquaco Pebi Ewo.
Watch it.
Could you baby? I will be a mature. Now, so a Mr. Anson, an Anson, so I was what kind range over net spare parts be out, baby, and so call her being a answer Ghana yam planio, a yasempa. Ghana yam planio. Unum say Satama Kwame Nkrumah. OC UCC. No see Ken University. O see hostels ma home. Any paper cohono. O see university we are do say near befa or more. Mean to see hostels any day. Into one in the parable mania baby ada. Yes, I know that. O see UCC into the same thing. No see hostels see ho. Into be call that traditional university and I'm referring to see legon. Almost see hostels see ho. Said the beya oba obenya baby ayede ada.
Yeah.
Na ho ato. Into be quiet so you Unity Hall, any ko UCC, you Unity Hall, your Atlantic Hall, your horse bebre wo. Cook University so your horse no bebre wo. Say see ya from Kwame Nkrumah dey no see ya no. Emma sa universities name of me dey no see my universities no. Abanya aba eko nyina no. Yenye conscious effort to say ye beye dey aban na nso ebesisi bie ewo ho. Ye jama private, it's a private. Ye jama private for no. Almost we see a private person, you know. Dear will pay and what they get. And unti and our runners introduce to be a friend get fund.
Yeah.
Said the bay as I get fund, you know. A basis hostels, our universities, a basis dine our secondary schools, a basis dine our schools, no. Nedi be to talk. Cars edibia aye isa materials ya massa schools no no mo nso to be any opportunity no mo use and this I get fund buy asempa ye dey get fund buy e dey emfaso ana schools yi enya free so e dey emfaso ana enya free me kai em say Rollins and Professor Thomas Peso no mo tisi one hostel back e kan university traditional universities no Mekai Legon almost 2 hostels. Professor Thomas Peso, almost 2 hostels, or my UCC, almost 2 hostels. And our ma MCK University so 1 as a 2. Apart from that, ye nya hostel biao. We yes, I'm from private. Private no so no. Enei cement bo na ayedini. Abanuza. Enei enchanse bo na ayedini. Ene nsuo mpo odibe si dan no pokra nsuo ho ayeden into osia de ope and what they get funding ye judiciously ama mfaso aba so yama Ghana for temamufo a because I get fund sika no ye nyina ye tua bio so no sa eye vat sika ukodom koto tomatoes 18 tomatoes anasa ukoto semana anasa ukoto mo ye tew sa tax ne bi bibi abeto Ghana ha bia ye to tax ne bi wo so ande dia kogu sa afoto no ne se fa emwa ye schools na Ghana ha but ye ja ne di ye fenye faso so because se me get fund the sika no se kasi ye si edan hostels ewo university traditional university organ ha be bia ye betumi atisi ama nkwala obi anya be bia da azamba me wa
get fund sika na ye den
ye de ye se kura de abawe ba no de cap ato so a get fund the sika no ye mfa nko biom get fund the sika no for about 2-3 years ni ye use to get fund the sika no be mfa nko school mu da na nse na mte se aban ne se akwaji loan what the get fund na kwesi awowa akwaji loan so di betisi dan get fund the sika no aye woti kagumu no aban na sa go ahead akwaji 5 years loan so the ba besisi adan busa se dan se no wasi empo Minister of Education na yetawo what the get fund na kwesi awowa emfie numu ebe since mfie duo what the kwesi awowa akwaji sika so the ba betisi adan busa se dan se na yesisi so aje hu loan wa ye tua the get fund sika na tua enti ya anwene ho CBC Diamond Kofi. What me akoto past questions? Past questions so. Past questions. 70 billion Ghana cedis. About 7 trillion. Titika no. Opepepepepepe.
I say was nkola ni sua de no mo pass.
E to me see Saturday school so na don wa mesisi ye no. Target fund the sika no it means sa secondary school no makoma 25 wo de yensi sa building no yensi mienu bia wo university bia mu yensi mienu e wo university bia mu Ghana ya ban de enkwara obia benya ba bia da but was that school no eye dan eye kuro on its own school na joma metisi day schools no say sika na de koto textbooks it means makoma 25 sa hostel Atlanta said the Commonwealth hostel no it's illegal no it means maku 50 the other quarter past questions no it means sa Commonwealth hostel no maku 50 and to the si 3 pekura mo omo 3 ti 3 maligon e be fa nkwala ni nyina na si 3 ma UCC na si 3 ma illegal na ni UD titi bi mo omo ka wo kire we nkekom sika dienti what so they got to past questions and a past questions no to answer ama ye busa minister na no say this hunu e kire Ghana for so we nim minister we the question abrew say ya no na fa bra be parliament ya what I just also cross check enye Ghana ha na be busa media ka minister say ya ka be mu we ni aso ne to wo di Ghana tika e take get no po o free parliament we take get no to ya file questions say the question abro say bra be ya no what say this okoko check so enti Ghana akufo Adom 106.3 the ministers 106.3 and he say Ghana tika raw maset sikei maset ya asempa ya to maset ba akufo from a everything ACD say here ya sake ya boni mu ma me no ha no me be me heda busa no oso on 10 cities mami ya was so boy amuto nso one way automatic trebi what's 10 cities now we talk ma Ghana 78 cities oh go talk ma Ghana 78 cities what about them onu ko talk na what on 10 cities na first word that so you ko to free the one so no what's that the first word so no ko to free no you want you ko fa fra brochire baaye do fra brochire baaye no beton ma company no so no de no fa so to so ana ma me we akoto bia no no ton ana no so sa de no fa so ato so ni nyina kra 10 cities na o hwe Ghana fo anim aton ma set ba ko am 75 cities and 77 cities what about them ni aso so sanse mu we so yen chi obi antum yen ka ho hwe ne ya so sa ne ma we so na nkwala at school no mo kire wo mo nya ba bi na ana na dwon bone wa Ghana for penny for timu sa ana wudi sam wa Ghana for penny for timu sa nti wo Ghana ne anim edi na brodi ni dream say no e to wa so ye nchi obi a ye fa obi an court enende ye ti hai because obi e ye bone a won fa ho ubusa no so a minister no so a de question open we yi ano na media fo so eye mo de what say minister na yi ano o so kwa kopa bantie we nu ano no mfuru mo nya he ala ne edika na fo abrosa asamba ala ne edika na fo abrosa na ye nu ano mo kwala nkitinkiti ye ne efura kura ase no bra ye bre ye ko UCC say ye peso MC edu se ke ya no de sa police ne ba ye in on friend say in out in any frequency no wan uni mo bia ye kokko tena out ye me tena posika sa 3 years ye last year anana ye e kache ye in no ye bedru mu ana mo de ko me ko ni ha ayi kwa me nkroma ho kodi 1 year ho posika entonton so na me pa kire no so na be san nantia ansa no aba opeduane kura dia wonya baabi anu wadidi ana asa akotra kromu a uweska na de afaka afri kromu aba na uweska kura de ko han dan wo krom enti apotika wa futo mu ha no ape ho baabi ase ko teska fo ma kura gu ho na enti se ye ehia fo me no achi hobi sa enti ye the policy kese se yaba se get fund Ghana Education Trust Fund yemfam ko education mu ni agigi sika na gu ho ni ye baaye ye nyusu mfanya hwe aben kura me ye so eyi metese ye so obetra konya so get fund the sika mpokura wo de kokotu a pension for sika wo yi get fund the sika no e de kotu am pensioners to do omoka inti get fund the sika let's say nke de kokoti si adan ye de to cars ma school for ye niam ma wo mo no ye say de kotu a pensioners for ka ye mu education ye wi ye say ye the free secondary school aba and to free secondary school get fund the ticket kan ke betu etua and so akobo besia wa buruchiri and the ye free secondary school yin si adan ba akopempo e dan ba akokora yin si bi enei so ye headmaster na say e JSS ne primary ni bomu a on say uko krom ketu omo no e JSS ne primary ni bomu enti headmaster ba akona hweto onimu sa e one stream say primary for calendar is different and a second JSS for calendar is different and the primary for me kwanko and a JSS for me headmaster are finishing na own convocation because primary for me kwano na fin JSS for over and so first yet we asempa the primary ni JSS na ye makwa mum ye mi school mum kwagule ya me no ka say primary focus school nko and a JSS focus school nko what's educating what's no amana pasa me ba o JSS 3 Okwadi school 6 months, akola wo 14 years. Okwadi school 6 months, obedi fe 3 weeks. Wasako or the boarding. Wasako or say da mebe December o. Adan o say I be try exams December ti we understand ma be fi. Adan akola ketu okwadi 6 months, no dey akwa exams. E dey capacity be no wo. Mo say bibia wo Ghana. Ye ka mano den munimu hwe nso mano den ana mo dey abetra akonya so. Ana mo dey Ghana akoya ti sa. Na den is enya power akwanya betra sa aka say private toilet no omo je 100 cities no okotosment no amani ska okotosment no okotonchance dey si da no amani ska ensuo wonya nsuo mfensi da na otuka ova tank ko enkurase de kope nsuo bi ansa do tuma be si da no na amani ska aban ye de asodie mawa wo responsibility ne say we be create a neighboring environment amen kofo tumi anya hoto na wo ba ye neighboring environment no enkoso the what me ya ne so succeed na institutions so Ghana hen nyina collapse no enya dwuma police nya dwuma asojafo nya dwuma Ghana health service nya dwuma teacherfo nya dwuma bibia enko yie de wo betumi ya ne so wotua wo yire akatua na wo ne sa ata wo de ma sa die eno na wo dwene ho Martin Kwakubu Ahemedase major retired J level UK or say good morning Kwasi Asempa, I hope you are well. Please tell Kwakubu to save our ears and go back and tell former President Mahama's wife to refund her unqualified allowance she collected in dollars. Okay. Major retired JD on the buyer. No. That's it. Dennis, I'm into you.
Say, you need this before teacher my editing because omono say issues ne ba na se pese ka na ye de ma o man ni tumi nya kan kwa o man no na no matete no dia me hwe dia taking kola ifim na hwe dia me kai me kan ni o ma miensa me kan me disi ni o ma miensa so say aban our responsibility to work closely with the universities to private participation in the hostel development need to be nya baby man kola nada we na misa so kai say the university should engage omo ye hostel owners you know mo hwe na ne bo no so mo ye den omo ye hu bi kakra ne di okan ye o de kwa kosi say okakosi say do keka ye nyinai ni solution to our immediate challenge, you know, and any day.
You need to get fund of sit down home.
Boba 8 years. And Kamusi Dino me and Sakra Manifest student 2000. Sanka buy and Mamenka, please, Patrol.
Ya go buy Manin Kanasem.
Mobile and not get fund of eh? Sometime now wa by Muno, only a man penny, John Dramani Mahama, Motra by Muno. Sa period, no. And Kamudi see hostels, no. Dodo e schools di mutu sene a woka ne trans ana sena get fan ho then am get fan here when ya vim at radio so because mo ma dream no enche ne ye fi no ma I mean can sure asempa education sector it has never been better like we have under Adom Kwekufuado. The mess, the rot, the canker I better one the education ministry I no tine enkola. You see when you want to measure the output in a particular sector. And you know what do one back account. Key indicators, no, and the number one key indicator in the education sector. Performance. No. We see 5-star hotels, see 5-star classrooms, grammar colana, 5-star hostels, and the 5-star classrooms one colana. Ultimately, the other measure output, performance, and the key indicator.
But it's quite worrying, saying colaninya baby.
Me say. May build a point.
Okay.
Differentiate and understand it critically. May say, so person will measure output. Our education ministry and call performance. Now, what's here? What can get fund? Big get fund. I can be some call Casanova so. Time na any or Mampeni John Dramani Mahama. You also know. Yeah, the get funds can hear A B C D E Y. Or mobile, no more fun. And I'll tell you something. Okay. You buy inherited 131 million. And 27,453.27 as outstanding debts at the education ministry. Where it's a figure I'm the amount you can go and check. That is how much we inherited. Okay, so some year progressive free senior high school be for day students. Okay, I know we are part of the amount for day students. Okay, and no kwamu jaka 3,422,976 feeding grants. Feeding grants for colleges of education. You better 36,386,374. Senior high school subsidies. Secondary school no. Sika no the senior high school headmasters no. You better 24,125,578. Capitation grant. You better 8.4 million. School feeding grant for special schools. School for the deaf, school for the blind. You better 4.7 million. Exercise books be near the basic schools no. Omujaka 7.3 million. Supply of school uniforms no more supply school uniform mankola no. Omujaka 3.8 million. School sandals na John Dramani Mahama de shen kola no. Omujaka 2 million. Additional outstanding bills omujaye as at 2016. Omu supply 500 vehicles be Emma schools no. Omu ntua kapere kra wom 18,720,000 US dollars. 18,720,000 US dollars. Almost supply dictionaries. Dictionaries to basic schools. It cost them 17,596,203.15 US dollars.
Unit cost your day.
I don't know. Meaning the total cost of the amount. No? 17 million dictionaries. $17 million dictionaries. 17 million. 17,596,000. And you sit here, and you're talking about your friend is saying Matt said 17 million US dollars. These are facts. 17 million US dollars. Please let me speak.
Are you saying it's a former president? Are you saying it's a former president? Dictionary Manchester Bass.
For 2017,
but that's why we are here until we are. You can one after the other. Manchester uniform. Manchester Sanders.
Wait,
can I speak now? Can I
Dennis
don't be disingenuous.
Dennis Dwaso.
Now, Asempa, I am telling you today on Adom FM.
Yeah.
And your production team out there should listen to me. I am telling you today, say, the new National Democratic Congress, as at the time of Omufia Baimu, for your list of my patromutia. Montro na monkohwehwem me say omoto dictionaries for basic schools e car omugye ato offer sa dictionaries no 17 million tro 596,203.15 US dollars. Now the question I'm asking you is, and I'm returning his question to him. 17 million in Ghana city saying almost about 102 million Ghana cedis. 102 million Ghana cedis. Almost times 2 of Sika at the tour. Past questions 2 years. Emma final year students. Almost the hostel saying. Almost 17 million over the top basic school dictionary. No. Almost the hostels saying. Almost the 3.8 million now. 10.6 million. 7.3 million over the top size books. No. Almost the hostels.
Communicating point in here.
Almost the 4.7 million Ghana cedis now. Ekana omode na omode kototo your friend is saying sandals saying that is the basic question that Ghana Nibia Mbisa NDC for make such a trivial your friend is saying argument out of your friend is saying past questions examiners reporter every final year student in any exams across anywhere needs no say okache me say I can see the past question seeker equity classrooms are Okono infrastructure car wujaye na wuntue nwieye dia wujaye wuntue nwieye wo e-blocks no car wujaye wantumi ansi ewie no anka wo de sa dictionary 17 million sika no ekotua sa e-block sika na sanka wo si e-block riwie sanka sa dani horse any dormitory blocks are ene aban pesika akoko sisi aka wo e-blocks na wo sisi nwure mu no anka wo de sa 17 million US dollars no esi dormitory block in dani hall Saka uja dictionary to. Me na okase anope wo ba he. Sa wo other bills say utua. Ba sa no pe obedidi.
Adom FM.
Me bo. Sa no pe obedidi. Enti no ye nyansi hostels nwie. Enti ye man feli books say so musua, incrate say so musua ye man to momo. Ye momo feli. Eni ade na ye block ye ho academic year. Na ye say academic year we dey kasike de be hwemo no. Mu nyina mu ntrafie. Na ye fast because how much it costs the education sector. One academic year no ebetumi asi all schools under trees so nimsa intene yam block here yanka say Ghana ha this academic year nkola nyina entrefie for 1 year na sika anka de be hwom no yemfa nko sisi school dan nyina ye wi ansa ya say momoko school. I don't know how to describe this, but it tells you how sebe foolish the NDC think we are as a people. Who be say get funding there ma be chiro yeah award 719 projects under the MPP as at 2020.
Communication platforms,
280 of such projects here. 280 of such projects here. Yeah, 719.
Is it schools?
Yes, physical infrastructure. I make a show you. Please don't do.
Oh, baby, back when be way.
Yeah. Sure. Capitation grant. And baby, was saying I can. I'll leave the structures to you.
Capitation grant.
Yes, it don't.
Dennis Kasa.
Unjai sa de we.
Dennis Kasa.
Unjai sa. normal way. You haven't stopped, and I think you need to stop. Metiasi said that is your style, but Yakoye Nimpa as a country, and this normal way it doesn't help in any way. So me districts are not me municipal chief executive. The total number of infrastructure education is almost about 76, because I have about 9 senior high schools there. Oko Adoso Catholic School. Almost school ni yasasa ni ebu ni yesi ni foforo. Ubi sa me baby ebi wo. Oko my school almost about 16 units classroom block. A whole house, Adodankwa house yesi wo ho. Dormitory blocks are one kwanye miensa. As we speak to you, call Mampon School for the Deaf. Dormitory blocks, teachers quarters. A friend say a school for the blind. What's the member now? Open say unya information now. They are just there for you to verify. And your platform in Ambabe 719 projects. It's a jam in me argument. You made a very lame argument, and I'm trying to make sure I correct sir erroneous impression now. Will make you know. And you're wrong. And you're very bad in bad faith. Say argument sir. I my way. Say in collect exams. And a year's cat talk past questions. A momo show him. I collect be our secondary school. Or be our secondary school. Be him so do form 3. I dear back on your past questions. Apart from the day be as a because you see, you can know everything. You bet too much on, but if you don't know how the exams is structured and what is expected of you from the examiners, you would fail. Yeah, exam be actually chartered institute of marketing, maybe a chartered marketer. Maybe what trust same the key documents they give you in a examiner's report and how past questions were answered. That is a key document. Call IELTS, SAAT. Sa exams ni nyina who hear past questions and the examiner's report. And then your child say photosynthesis. The movement of this and this through semi-permeable membrane. This
science. Science.
But when we know you require first one examiner no bisa what is photosynthesis no or what they are or expertise or the bed those things are critical. Enti say o person who they get fund here edi esikere here me say 1011 projects. And under this government, under this government, you had to get funds or senior high schools. 791 basic schools. Senior high schools, 1,011. 421 of such projects. You call later PSTS. The entire school has been relocated. New classroom block, new dormitory blocks, new dining hall, and other infrastructure are still ongoing.
Then it's
no problem. I was going to give you
time.
Yeah. It is completely. It is completely disingenuous for the NDC to come and sit here and say, your top past questions. And they are providing examiners report among final year students in Kasas can school. I am telling you here today, say the NDC bought dictionaries for basic schools at $17 million. Classroom.
Then it's a suggestion.
Dennis in Tronkwan or Tra. Na ho ye me nwanwa. Say ya mano sa ayi we communicating platforms na mo say all free so.
I'll send it to you.
Oh,
na you know kind ni nyina no eye fake.
Listen, someone go invest.
Eye fake. Any basis bia
fake say Manchester dictionary
ni figures na wo man nyina no unfounded enye
Jim FM
asampa
meteo
asam a ye kan ya asam a ye mfe ni agro asam a ye kan enye asam a ese didi agro ya kreti aban bi NDC aban eda dwene ho no ohunu se Ghana schools ye behia niema enti enye tas ni emfa bi nkogum ni emfa ne get fund ni emba ne gi ni emfa nye school infrastructure ni emfa nye school eniema ma school for kwala na wo buy na wo misappropriate setika no wo use sika no anyhow na wo de ye niema bone ni e ka wo se ye nka
when my bonny na dey
what on man set ya you turn to 10 cities what on man set ama Ghana for 75 cities ye ka asempa wo se ye nya aka krono say man set 10 cities obi an man set you ye to be my mother bia na calculator cry say scientific calculator no kwale boy say wo to man set ya wo asakwai we DC wo to man set ma wo school for kwala and I turn 7 cities na sa ban no to ma Ghana 75 cedis near car what is ade ne yenya aka eye waton wadi sikana wadi yenyai ebiesi pen na de yesi to aba say ebiesi penti nso ba sa be ne sa tan sa
man kan je mo asanka mo nim so mo to this 70 million
enti the American say enya no kure da to say Thomas dictionary man ko enya no kure on fa sa dictionary ne mra ya kura ye no fa mra e kan ne da on fa mra on free headmasters mu ta say schools be dey kwati dictionary wo mu ane boy say mo church Africa to dey nam kan kwala ho o ka say kwala ho wa dia ba ye bo tri so ye di watem no ana ade South Africa we ne nam o kura nya ofere to akeka san nsem we enya ofere to ade South Africa we ne nam say yes see dying yes see once you get funded dying out to see anyway tell me be get funded school dying now when I see what see hostel is send what's in Ghana says classroom wrong send what's in Ghana tell me school crew and cran here and fuck cropon baby na this in example tell me ta okwatimota missy says classroom blog and that classroom blog tell me ta academy missy bi ho tell me ta wo ko a present ka o si bi ho odogo no kem so ko odogo no bi wo ho wa obetena ha sa kropon obi anim ho nti no abetana abobo nkro didi na afa ahodi okromfo wote amadanse ni wo e wa buruchire o ka se ni atra na age adi enkra ne wo bubo school bi ne ewe onya hwe wa yusu sika ne wa o ka so ya kate sword enfie nan nie afa na kate sword dia kwati school dai azambanya last year ana na do covid be no ka so be si hospital makwa 85 what the affibity na 40 people 2020 and was by the year 40 people na 2021 you was hospital makwa 80 azamba
metiopa
hospital ya bi ya start bimpo e fa na wo was a district ya woni hospital no o be sibi but outside the hospital no wasi ba ko pe now what's abetna abeye justification say yen say yes what one start say get one project one start 2000 over chembe bia wo enkra ha cheme nkran ne tie cheme nkran school no bi wo ne ntu kan ko ho ne nkore we ya kra ye wi me fro ka no ne akokropon na bia wo di ni nyina ya kwa kwete school no na better platform kakaka we so betwan trosa but apart from kakaka we so e Ghana fo anim etwa ntro
ne meto to pa
enti asampa kare na ba we nwene Ghana fo ho they interested in some benya sika gu om botom because aban ne corrupt the ministers are corrupt be bia are corrupt and corrupt ne koso wo memu a na nkanya aban we enye ne corrupt ya ka president betumi akọ jaye plane e South Africa ahai plane wa South Africa de na mu wiem 2 weeks so say ye de na wodi kwoti South Africa no eyi nim eyi wotumi nware wo munti no numa wa nware na yede
as a man okay
wa nware wo plane ma na yede de wodri adware na wo pe Ghana ya kwan nyina asai gata mu nyina ye chok ensuo to Ghana ha enipa wu hwe efri ensuo ye betotoi hwe nipa ebewuo hwe nipa ebe prepra ehwe dan ye besen enam gata mu a emu aye chok ensuo nya ba bi mfa onyini we ho ma set na adwene ho test past questions na adwene ho me no ka so one some ka so ma starting new curriculum okay test book kwa onye bi san new curriculum na wo ka no ni textbook sukura no mfie na nie wo fa textbook ba kokora ma and teacher for ni do mutim na kira de you are not ashamed
as a pama sendo
you are not ashamed
buildings na me kan wasem no
you are not ashamed
kwa my school no se me kwa my school building la TPS
textbooks asempa textbooks ne pass question na munya asempa me nim so wa kira de pen dia
amene me ye teacher ni ho
me pa you textbooks ne pass question de na munya
oh
good boy me me teacher ni
good boy say input and output ni nyina ho here
there be o
adion be what you magia we are you prepare them for the exam nya betre
you are a teacher
yes nya betre
so class ma kwa kira dia
yes and the
pass question ekuta ona che
that be textbook
you to textbook me atran kwa na nsan wa trom say
yes preparing them yeah
you busa would say ya say na be ansa no
yeah
na paper na ye de kire nkwala na de ne bi ni ho so kwa kwato say o kwa kwato pa questions dey abro mo dey na teacher ni hwo mo venture dey wo trisi fom ana na asin say wiem na wo pe
mapon
enti e kasa asem we ya mo me nka enfie nan ni textbook so teacher fo na kira dey e man kwala na nya nimdie no enkwala mutumi nye
Bagubai Mapon asem bien ka
na wo wi a wo so akoto
buildings ni nyina be
eno dey kira dey
me won buildings ni na make am
sakura na ensu ade obetu akwa ansa
Bagubai
na me kire chemistry
me baja buildings ni
me na me kire chemistry me kire enkwala na de wi a na ma fata class question no question and answer book no na cho so topic we ma kire we ye what typical questions we won ta to ase ni answer no
Martin, Medasi Mapon.
Now the other will say, what the past questions about
NDC. The biggest problem. The biggest problem in the NDC.
Martin Mapon.
The biggest problem in the
Adom FM.
Why the Busia for Mapon? Mami Fasida Makwakubuahen, Deputy National Communications Officer of the NDC, Dennis Miracle Abuaji, former MCE, Equiapim North. I'm Kwanoma, the aircraft for Ria, Yenda Masimu Amuti, DJ Awana, thanks so much. Are you 05? Aisha Ibrahim, good morning, where you're at, Bokodia. Ayana, when it's Odiaba. Caroline Tete, Mendana say Kofi Hassan, Listo Wakojo for Joy, lead producer. Joshua Tigo, programs manager. AC Ohine, head of news, Adom FM, Adom TV, and the general manager, the Adom branch, Abdullah Awudu. Ankwanoma, Abnes, work and happiness. Jumani and Niger. Bachomedin, the question, Pachomedi, Chief Jerry Forsen, and the Debrewo. Yes, sorry, so by me faster that Pan African Savings and Loans, Puma Drinks, a whole new vibe, and a Salvage Group Ghana Limited. I'm gonna say, yeah, Mpensenpensenmu bro. Surely, and as well, Nyame Adom, same time tomorrow. I will surely be here. Good morning.